Okay, so this is the Spanish breakfast. This is an individual combat ration from Spain. I'm going to go ahead and get this open, but before I do, this has a Best By date of June 2017, so it's good and fresh inside. I have reviewed the Spanish lunches before, but I've never done the breakfast in a review, and I'm really looking forward to it. So let's go ahead and get this thing open. Thin plastic covering. Inside we have a green cardboard box. Not sure if that's really a wax coating or not. Something I'll have to look into. So, as typical with Spanish rations, it comes with a little sheet showing the contents. Now this is in Spanish. Yeah, so we've got Spanish, French, and English. So we'll go ahead and lay this out and get this opened up. I might have to pause to do some translations here, but I'm pretty sure the breakfast should be fairly self-explanatory. So it's some type of hydration. I'm sure it's some type of hydration salt, like maybe a drink mix or something. Here we have a disinfectant. Let's see, we have instant coffee, 2 instant coffees. We have the Gilletta Dolce, so these are a sweet cracker. I have had these before. Matter of fact, when some of us from MRE Info got together out in Montana, we opened up a package of these with some of the chocolate spread out of out of an Australian CR1M ration. It was very good. I think I've got one of those with me. If I do, I'll save some of those for that. So what do we have here? Toothpaste, some fuel for the stove, some matches, just standard everyday matches. Yeah, leche condensada, so this must be some type of sweet cream. So what we got here, yeah, so there should be 3 bags of sweetened condensed milk. Yep, so we have 1, 2, 3 bags of leche condensada, so that's the sweet cream. We have some water purification tablets, another fuel tab for the stove. So this is that chewing gum? Yeah, so getting back to this is definitely oral hydration salts, so that's good to know. What does this thing say here? 1 chewing gum, so that must be the chewing gum then. Looks like we have some jam here, and according to the sheet, that is a tub of apricot jam. 1 toothbrush in a tube, always nice to have. Chocolate con leche, so it's a sweet chocolate. So this says 1 chocolate with milk, 25 grams. It's 25-gram milk chocolate bar. We have our napkin, and looks like the last thing in the box here is the stove. Now the interesting thing about these stoves is you definitely, if you ever get a Spanish ration, you want to look up how to do the stove with that. Obviously there's, you know, in the hotel room here, I'm not able to use the stove, so I'm not going to be using this, which is nice. I'll set this box over here, put that in it. I'll save that for later. Now, interestingly enough, so it only had the 2 fuel tabs in it, and that's what it calls for on the sheet here. 2 solid combustible tablets, so I guess you only get 2 with the breakfast. Typically, you get 3 with the lunches. I don't need the toothbrush right now. You know what, let's go ahead and open that though so we can all see what that looks like. I will use the stove in another video when I do the lunches and the dinners. So that's pretty neat. So you just, I guess, turn it around, use that as your handle. And I thought I saw, yeah, there's some toothpaste there. So pretty nice, comes with the toothbrush and the toothpaste. Again, there's no reason to use those. So I'm gonna put that back in the box and save that for the next time I'm out in the field. So I guess what we're going to try is I'll go ahead and get some water boiled up over here in the microwave. We'll mix up the coffee. We'll enjoy some crackers and some condensed, sweetened condensed milk, and maybe spread some jam out and see how that goes. Be back in a minute. Okay guys, I'm back. So since I'm not using the camp stove right now because I am inside of a hotel room in the middle of a blizzard in Iowa, I'm not going to need the matches. I'm also not going to need the water purification tablets. I'm going to go ahead and mix up one of these coffees. We've got the, let's just lay this out. We've got the crackers, we got the jam, we have the chocolate bar. I'm going to use one of these coffees. I'll use one of these sweetened condensed milks. I'll save the other two. So don't need that. Oral hydration salts. Let's go ahead and use the hand sanitizer. See how that works. Disinfectante, yeah. Little tear strip there. Yeah, it's, you know, smells like high alcohol content. It smells like what you get at like a hospital or you know, someplace, your public bathroom maybe that doesn't have sinks or whatever, you know, just those little dispensers for the hand sanitizer. Rubs right in. There's a real bad alcohol smell though. And we'll go ahead and take a look at this napkin while we've got it out here. So looks like you get a couple of napkins here. Pretty thick, pretty good material. I would not mind using some of that for toilet paper if I was out in the field. So we've got a cup of water here. Let's take a look at this coffee. So this is 2 grams of coffee here, instant. Well, I can already smell it. That's some strong coffee. It's kind of interesting, you know, they didn't put any sugar or creamer in here. All they have is that sweetened condensed milk. So should be kind of interesting. I guess most Spanish people drink their coffee black. Kind of see how it goes. It's not overly dark, so we'll give it a try before we put any of the sweetened condensed milk in it. It's kind of interesting though, in the mornings when I'm having my coffee at home, I typically like to use the Italian sweet cream creamer in it. So let's give this a taste. Oh wow. Oh, that is, oh, that is, whoo, that is strong and bitter. Merciful saints, that's some bad coffee. Oh. Let's see if this sweetened condensed milk makes it any better. Man, that is bad coffee. Just, wow, there is no way I could drink that coffee without some kind of sweetener or creamer in it. I mean, that is just, whew, that's bad coffee. So we'll dump some of the sweetened condensed milk in here. It's a really thick, almost like a, oh wow, yeah, that is good. That has kind of like a syrup almost, just a very thick, sweet, almost like a vanilla caramel spread, if that makes any sense at all. Let's give that coffee a try now. It's a little bit lighter. Oh yeah, see, that's much better now. I don't really like coffee black, but that that first taste, it was just way too bitter. Oh, that's good stuff. That sweetened condensed milk is almost like a really thin sour cream icing. So kind of like you'd put on a strawberry cake. So it looks like there's quite a few crackers in here. You know, I was a little concerned when I first opened up as a breakfast. There really isn't a lot there to be considered breakfast food, but you know, there's definitely no protein, which I think is something that we would need if you're out in the field burning a lot of calories. It smells a little bit like a graham cracker. Let's try with a little bit of sweet cream, and then I'll open up the jam there. Oh wow, yeah, that's it's really good. Those crackers are fresh and crisp. Really good stuff. Put a little bit more of this on there. I'm gonna go ahead and take another bite of that. I really enjoyed that first bite I had there. Oh yeah, it's really good. The cracker is sweet and buttery, yet it's fresh and crisp, and adding that condensed sweet milk on top of it is just out of this world. I could definitely enjoy having that for my breakfast. So let's see what this says here. This says this is apricot jam, 1 tub, 25 grams. So let's get that opened up. Looks a lot like honey, but then again, it is apricot, right? What else was I expecting? Oh, it's got a really nice fruity scent to it. Let's try some of this on one of these crackers here. Not really a big fan of apricot, but you know, I'm finding that the more I enjoy these international rations and kind of step out there some and try different things, I'm finding that I really like certain things. Like, give an example, 4 or 5 months ago, you could not have gotten me to eat either tuna or sardines. Oh yeah, that's really good. But anyhow, so now though, I find myself eating them all the time when I'm trying to international ration. So let's give this one a shot with the apricot jam on there. Yeah, that's really good. That's wow, yeah, I really enjoy that. It just, you know, this was really good. Don't get me wrong. This is, for me, was like a dessert breakfast. You know, it's like, you know, you take a muffin and put icing on it, all of a sudden it's cake. But you can eat muffins for breakfast and you can't eat cake, right? But this was almost like a dessert that you eat for breakfast. Now with the apricot jam though, it made it more of a like a breakfasty cracker. Yeah, that's really good. I'm gonna enjoy that. Which is funny. I think that's only the second time I've had apricot jam in my life, and the other time was just a few weeks ago when I was eating a military ration. So this is milk chocolate, 25 grams. Oh, very nice. There's no blooming. It hasn't turned at all. Wow, there's not even any milting on this. This is just a beautiful piece of chocolate. Not what you normally get in a military ration. Normally it's all bloomed and it's chalky and powdery. Oh, wow. Yeah, that is super good. Oh, that hits the spot. Well, okay, guys. So this is the Spanish breakfast ration. Really, there's not much to it. You get a package of sweet crackers. You get some sweetened condensed milk and 2 coffees, a chocolate bar, and 1 little thing of jam. But I can't tell you this: if I was in the field, you know, I've eaten a lot of U.S. MREs back in my days when I was in the Corps, and it's always a crapshoot on what you get as far as your breakfast MREs go. You know, trying to find one that was good. Of course, back in the day, 89, 90, the only real breakfast MRE that I could handle, or the only MRE I could handle really for breakfast, was the ham slice. So if they gave me this for breakfast, I would really enjoy it. I think that the toothbrush and the toothpaste there, I think that is a really good touch. You know, it's just that one little step extra. So I guess really your breakfast ration is more for just starting the day. You know, give you some sugar to get going, something a little bit to fill your stomach with until you get to the lunch meal of the day, which I am looking forward to. I'll be doing that video here shortly. First, I'm going to go ahead and eat all of this. Y'all, I appreciate you watching. This is Bob Gaskin. This has been a Spanish breakfast ration. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day.